What is up, guys? Vic here from the Anime Weeb, and surprise recording. Actually, I didn't even plan this, and something that I thought of recording right now. Like it came from the mind, and I was like, you know what? Let's do it. No script, no nothing. Everything from the heart. So today we're gonna be talking about my podcast. I haven't uploaded anything in in the main channel for like I don't know 2 weeks right now. Um, Don't worry, guys. I'll upload soon. I don't know when. 3 weeks it has been. Fucking hell, 12 days passed by pretty quickly. So I'll be uploading soon, I guess, because I have some other work and I have some stuff going on right now. So I kind of make a lot of these excuses, right? Fucking hell, man. I need to upload pretty soon. So now that's out of the way. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about the podcast. So if you guys might know, I'm running the podcast Behind the Frames as the host, my buddy Nick, the co-host, and recently we started a YouTube channel for the podcast Behind the Frames podcast. You guys can check it out. A link to it will be in the description, and you can also search it and you can pretty much find it now. And for the people that have been following the podcast since the Spotify days, thank you. Thank you for following the podcast. And it honestly means a lot, for the support that you guys have been giving to the podcast has been insane. And that's one of the reasons why we drive forward. So from the new episode, that is episode 7, it's been 3 days since we launched the channel. I didn't do any announcements here because it didn't cross my mind. But yeah, here we are. So 3 days ago, the new new phase of the Behind the Frames podcast has begun, and we are posting stuff on YouTube now. And my recent episode was with Takshimana, which you guys might know, is the metal VTuber. I shouldn't call it metal VTuber. She ate me up for that. V singer that on YouTube. She's streaming right now. As of recording right now, she's actually streaming at the moment. So check out her streams and stuff. The link to her channel will be also in the description. So I just want to talk about the experience with the podcast as a whole. We started this whole thing off in last year, December, I think. I don't remember, July. It was last year during the pandemic. I came up with Nick, and I was like, you know what? Let's start the podcast. Why don't we do it? Let's just do it. And here we are now. And first guest, Taylor. Taylor was one of those people who, without him, this channel, the Anime Weeb channel, wouldn't have been a thing, because he was one of those people that got me into editing because of his content, and to do those challenge videos at the start. And it was crazy to just talk with him and talk about anime and stuff. And then the second guest, Upnum Master, someone who I was binge watching a lot of his content because I enjoyed his content. He's a great content creator, and check out his stuff as well. Like, insane content creator, Upnum Master. I love his Vocaloid stuff, and as a fan of Vocaloid, I felt like it was pretty cool to just talk Vocaloid and stuff, even though it was a very scuffed episode, because that was the first time I had to record without Nick, and I wasn't prepared as much compared to any other episodes after or before that. So then came the episode with Minami and Upnum Master. Now, it wasn't my favorite episode because I feel like it was very awkward and weird, sort of to say. I don't know, man. It was a weird episode, and it went by, and because of that episode 4 came, and that was with Splendid for Reichi. You guys might know her for her Vocaloid English covers. Amazing person to talk to, and sorry about that bad throat. And yeah, that was a really good episode. It was a solo podcast, and that was my first time, doing everything solo and having to actually prepare for the podcast, because I was like, you know what? I need to make this episode a success. So solo episode. It's like one of the most played episodes on Spotify, according to the most played episode on our Spotify page. And then came the episode with Ayako and Taya, and another weird episode because I don't blame the guests, but it was very awkward. You know, there was a lot of awkward silence, and it was weird. It was it was just. I wasn't a fan of the episode, but we talked about Bonduri and stuff, and it was a pretty cool episode, I guess, in a way. Then the episode with Ivory, the 3 hour episode, and that was just rambling and going off tangent and shit, and that was a fun episode to just record. And then episode 7 came, which was, if you guys listened in the Spotify version, which was the announcement episode where I said that I will be focusing a lot more on the channel and less onto the podcast because we needed a basis for ourselves before we get deep into the podcast, which I didn't stick up to at the end of the day because, again, the next episode came up with Futakshimana, and Futakshimana, amazing person, amazing episode, might be one of my favorite episodes because of how, I don't know how to say it, hospitality, how friendly and the vibe that Futakshimana gives, no one else gives it, and I don't think anyone ever will, because she despite being such a big content creator, she was so friendly, and she just wanted to have a good time, and even though I fumbled a lot because I was legit starstruck throughout that episode, because the day before I was just listening to her music on Spotify, and the next day she's on the podcast and we're talking, and she's like, they do a freestyle, and I was like, I was stuttering, and I was legit starstruck. So there was that. So again, it's just all these experiences for me was just insane, to talk with people that I check the content of, and just to have a fun time is just insane. And with the podcast, really, one of my main goals is to have more than me. It's for the people who come to the podcast to have fun, to have a good time. I don't know if they had a good time, but I hope they did. It's not going to be memorable. I know. I'm not that great of a host for the podcast, and I mean, again, with the Mana episode, I feel like I could have done a lot more better. I was fumbling a lot. I was sweating because the fan was off and it was pretty hot and stuff. So, but again, there's those things that is out of your control, and there's some things that you can't do, and you just gotta lick the wound and move on. So, again, could have done better, but it is what it is. Yes. So for the people that have been listening thus far, thank you for listening to this mindless rambling, midnight. Is it midnight? 9:22, I guess. So again, for videos, I'll try my best to upload as soon as possible. I'm being lazy, I know. Just kind of burned out with the anime, It sucks, really. It's one of the focuses of my channel, and to be burned out of it is just horrible. So I'll try to upload as soon as possible. And yeah, for the people that are listening, thank you guys so much for the support. This channel was kind of everything to me, even though it's kind of like side hobby. It's something that I've been focusing for a while. So to the people that keep support, I hope you guys keep supporting, And again, huge shout outs to the guests, especially for Futakshimana, because that episode with her was kind of eye opening for me, and she was such a hospital person. What do you say for that? I don't know. No idea. She's a very friendly person. So check out her content, by the way. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Also, yeah, the channel. Behind the Frames channel is on YouTube. Link to it will be in the description down below. And yeah, I guess we're done. It's 10 minutes of me rambling. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video or something. Peace.